Welcome, everybody. MSS League Summer 2022. Here we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the official MSS League Summer 2022 press conference. I am the founder of the MSS League Epic Crossover, and I've also followed by the commissioners, the other two commissioners, Yoshi and Cheesebait, who you can see in chat here. Welcome to a brand new season. If you guys want to know what happened in the winter season, let's just say things kind of didn't work out. So I just got too lazy with making the videos for winter 2022, and I was like, you know what? Let's just say everyone got COVID. Like, you know what? Let's just say, forget all of that. So, you were like, yeah, just screw that. And yeah, I completely understand that you forgot about this. Like, honestly. Like, it just completely just... Yeah. Yeah, it's just completely gone over the water and just completely flooded away. So, yeah, we don't really talk about the winter season that much because it was good for the first part, actually. Like, if the season ended right there, the MVP would probably be I would say it should be someone on the impeachers, but it was just the defense for the impeachers. So if I had to say, I would say Nat from the Titties was probably the one person who actually did the best, and was like, she had like 5 homers in the first 3 games. Like it like, as you can see right now, for like the first 2 games in this series, I've already recorded like 5 games out of the 8, like for the first 2 weeks. So things are going to spice up very soon. So yeah, I didn't record my games though, because even I'm the Spitballs this time around. I am filling in for my fellow mate Cowman, even though Cowman's on the Monsters. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the team names. Most of them are relatively the same as like the Mario Super Sluggers actual like names. So let's run through it real quick. We got the Seattle Fireballs. We also got the Los Angeles Titties, which is the Diddy Monkeys, if you were wondering. The Denver Muscles. This is all the teams on the West, by the way. And then Denver Muscles, which is Wario's team. And then we have the Las Vegas Spitballs, which is obviously Luigi's team. And then we got the East teams, the Milwaukee Yoshis, which is Yoshi's team, one of the co-commissioners. You have the DC Peachers, which is Case's team, the same team that won the 2021 World Series. So let's see if they can win again. The Miami Monsters, probably like one of the best teams in 2021. 2022 didn't really get off to a good start, so let's see if they can do it this time. And then, of course, last but not least, the Philadelphia Knights, who's going under a rookie, which is going to be very interesting to see how that team works out. So Yeah, Elgato does barely work most of the time, and also I'm pretty sure my stream is a bit behind, but that's completely fine because I am not so worried about that. But yeah, it features the other captains that you could see on the screen there. You also find that the commissioners are also captains, basically. So you consider featuring them as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a great season, and let me just remove this. So yeah, it's not starting soon; it's starting now. Um, Oh yeah, I'm using just one thing is I don't really have it connected to this computer that I'm working on right now. So I know you're talking to him, but just saying like I just have the regular HD, so it mine just works just fine. But yeah, Elgato sometimes just doesn't work. It just kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's it's cool, I guess. So, anyways, um, we will roll through things of how this league will work. I'm pretty sure. Um, there's gonna be 10 weeks for this entire series, which it means so. I specified which teams are in the West and which teams are in the East. The West teams all face each other again for a second time. So it's the regular, like, you face each other once, that's 7 games, and then you have 3 more games. So it's 10 games for 10 weeks. So what I was thinking for like the 10 week schedule is that this Saturday, June 11th, will be the first week, and it'll be released on that day. At least, or we'll try to get all of them released on that day, and we'll have thumbnails for that and stuff, and we'll probably do reactions on YouTube if you're interested in following along. It's like we'll do it before it really gets uploaded, so, and then I'll probably unlist the stream, so if you are interested in going back to it, you can go back to it, obviously, so yeah. Yeah. So basically how I want to approach it is that weeks 1 and 2 will be back-to-back days since we've already recorded weeks 1 and 2, and then trades will start after week 2 is uploaded, which I'm planning to have be the 12th of June, which is a Sunday. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I was thinking like a watch party type of thing for these reactions. I think it would just be like a screen record thing. I mean, you can literally get Streamlabs on your computer just to do a screen capture, which I honestly think is the best thing that Streamlabs offers. It's because I'm usually better, and then I just have my recording laptop, which I just use for recording videos. I use it for nothing else. I also use it for uploading videos, obviously, but I just use it for recording and uploading. Like, that's all I use this other laptop for. And the other one I use just for, like, the gaming aspect type of thing. Yeah. So yeah, what I thought about for the first 2 weeks, is that it'll be back-to-back days, and then weeks 9 and 10, which are the last 2 weeks, will be weeks 9 and 10. So it should be like, so it's every Saturday, Sundays. The last Sunday will most likely be July 31st, which is what I'm planning to have since I'm gonna have to go to college in the middle of August. So from a stretch of from August 1st to 7th, I'm pretty sure the whole postseason will be completely in swing. Either that 1st to 7th or 1st to 10th, honestly. I don't know what the schedule's gonna be yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, it's gonna be Oh yeah, that's right. The team members. Let me get that. Yeah, I know. So yeah, a quick run through the team captains once again. The Seattle Fireballs is Fake Box. The Milwaukee Yoshis is Yoshi. The DC Impeachers is K's. The Los Angeles Titties is Lightning. The Las Vegas Spitballs is me. Miami Monsters is Wolfpack. The Muscles is Comet of Doom. And the Knights is Julia. So yeah, and of course I'm Epic, the Spitballs captain this time. So we'll see if we'll leave for a while or we'll crash and burn. We'll see what happens. Anyways, what I should do is get up the new image. Of what exactly we need to look at for the season. I think the starting lineups will be the best to look at, honestly. So let's take a look at that. And I'll have to shrink this. Of course, I'll have to shrink this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I know this isn't really likely to really be seen. Sorry, it just kind of looks. It kind of looks a bit weird, so bear with me here. There's a lot of familiar faces, and there's also some new faces. I think a better picture for this though would be the actual like lineup things. Yeah, that's better. So we have the teams right here. Pretty nice teams, I would say. So we'll go through the Fireballs first. Of course, we have the manager, Fake Box, is me. Then we have the picks for the team, and Faybox described this team as in words of, I just want to mess around and have people be screwed of their chemistry, which I think to be funny because that's just hilarious. Because he interrupts a lot of things here because the thing is with Mario Super Sluggers is that with chemistry, the really chemistry part thing you need three things of chemistry stuff. So it's just kind of it's like I know like this specifies in color like which one's which, but that's not the actual color of the me. I can just run through that real quick. I'll just say like if they have chemistry in the outfield or not. The Fireballs have no chemistry whatsoever. I think the only chemistry there is that Fate Boxes has chemistry with Mario, and that's literally does nothing for them because the captain characters in the season, like the ones you see in the first list, like the character and then just everyone else below, everyone there is automatically at catcher. Like they do not move at all, like anywhere with that standing. So that's the only position like where you have to just put let's say where you have to put it in the fielding thing, just so it doesn't affect anything in the outfield, of course, and main reasons why. And because some players are more overpowered than others. Bowser. Anyways, yeah. And of course, everyone else doesn't matter where they are in the things, but we we tend to put we tend to put like the chemistry outfielders in the outfield. Obviously, like for example, if there's two white shirt males and one white shirt female, the white shirt female will be in center field and then left field and right field respectively, because they'll be able to make the buddy plays, which really changes how the game is played, because that's the major key component of the games, because you really need need that chemistry in full force. If you don't have that chemistry in the outfield, you're giving up you will give up so many home runs, it's ridiculous. But when we go towards the other ones, the other home, when you actually have a chemistry outfield, the chances that you have a low scoring games go up tremendously. And if you're going against someone who doesn't have that outfield chemistry, like for example the Fireballs, you have a better chance at you have an advantage basically. And yeah, so as we run through the teams this season, of course we have Xavier, a good chemistry person last year with the Muscles, and was with Valerie. I think Trevor as well. Trevor retired though, so and then Ursula, which is the second pick, and keep in mind these picks were randomized. These weren't actually things. He just wanted just give me someone random. I don't care. This is why it's just so funny, because Ursula and Elsa are both white shirts females, and they were well sought out and tried to get picked by other people on the list. So it kind of sucked when they didn't get picked up by who they wanted, but at the same time, they're on the team and they just gotta do well for their team, and hopefully they can get some chemistry. If not, then sorry. Should have done something, I guess. Of course, then we got the DC Impeachers led by Coach K's, and of course, that was your team last season. So let's just look through who's on this team. We'll get back to the Philadelphia Knights in a second and the Fireballs, but K's features a very strong lineup this season. Probably one of the strongest lineups out there. We have K's himself, one of the dominant pitchers, one of the probably the best pitchers of the league last season. Calmet, the MVP of 2021. Eva, which was a very good role player on, I don't remember what her team was. I think it was some other thing. Yeah, I did skip the Knights, but yeah. We have Me Wanna Kill, probably one of the most hated players of all of them, and just moves to the rival. So it's just, Me Wanna Kill was on the Spitballs last season, and the Spitballs were probably the best team for a while, and then reality hit them right in the face, and they immediately got shut out by the Vinny Peachers. So look forward to that matchup this season. And then we have the light blue Mies. We have Anvil, Toxic Prime, which were our two good friends of ours, of course. Toxic Prime, of course, is now a different name, but I'm just going to call him Toxic Prime just because of the me. Don't take offense to that. And of course, we got Anvil, and then we have the other two chemistry-filled ones, I know Abby is more of a blue shirt me, but just for the sake of chemistry, she's decided to switch that. So Abby is now light blue, and then same goes for Anna, but Anna was already light blue, so don't worry about that. We'll go back to the fireballs real quick. Shukai is also a light blue and is just on the team because, and he is a rookie. In fact, I forgot to mention that. The first four was like everyone that's like returning, and then five it was when it really started to like have rookies. Yeah, it was where we started to have rookies in this lineup because Abby's a rookie, Shukai's a rookie, and then same goes for another one on the list as well. And then you'll clearly see there's more other ones that are also rookies as well. And then next up we have Maria, which is light green CPU me from Wii Sports Resort, and really puts in the play of mean face and the baseball mentality, which is really good and further demonstrates how she can be tough on the field and how mentally destroyed Yoshi is for not getting that player. Anyways, next up and the last member of the team, Akira. Akira was, he was a black shirt me because I completely forgot that he was a brown shirt me. So we ended up switching it. He's now a brown shirt me, and he's a CPU me, of course. And let's see how he does this season, and we'll see what happens. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Knights, followed by Julia, formerly Wani, but now Julia. And then followed by Soon Poster, which is a very good solid pickup, despite having Soon Poster bat 9th on the lineup, which is, I don't know why you would do that with your first pick, but whatever. I would say the same for the Fireballs, but I kind of did that lineup, so don't worry about it. Next up, we got Paris, which is the twin sister of Olivia, which is one of the best players last season. Well, Paris was an all-star of 2021, I should point out that. And Paris was one of the lead role players in trying to get, I think it was the Wilds or the Titties to get to the playoffs, even though I'm pretty sure they didn't make it. Police. For, so as we move on, as we say, yet again, sorry, I'm blanking right now. Police has had a me named Uwu, which was the captain of the Houston Wilds of 2021, and let's just say they didn't go well. They started off well, but then they completely flunked, and they had a player which didn't have any home runs, and was the only player to have no home runs, which kind of faces the question: were they really going to be a good team next year? And they just didn't show up this season, and and the same goes for even though the Flowers on the opposite spectrum, they were one of the best teams, and they actually made the World Series, but we just didn't include them this season, and honestly, I'm glad we didn't, because that stadium sucks. Anyways, following Police, we have Miyu, which was a very, very dominant pitcher on the Bowser Monsters last year. Definitely very solid pickup at 4. and we'll see what Miyu brings to the offer here. Yeah. Yeah, let's just say they sold the team. Yeah, true. Um, yeah. Then Jimmy, who's another, who was a player from the Flowers last year. He was he really developed as a player. Even though he was a terrible pitcher, he really developed as a batter and a fielder, and actually led his team to the World Series, like a few others on that team. Yeah. I mean, yeah, not that great, but a decent player nonetheless. Vanessa, oh god, Vanessa was one of the worst players on the Impeachers, yet still is considered one of top the top people on the thing. I don't know. It's just I don't really care for Vanessa anyways. Like when I saw her play, I was like, yeah, she's not that great, but she has had some good moments, even though she kind of looks like a dump truck. But anyways, we move. Chris, one of the more dominant pitchers of last year, um, was on Cheese's team as well for last season, Cheese/K's season. Um, Chris was another dominant batter as well, but he was more of a great pitcher. Like he was that pitcher who would just completely go out and go for it. Even though Cheese was deemed the best pitcher of the season last time, but Chris was a nominee and kind of yeah, and that kind of thing. That's the joke, Austin. No, she looks like one. I said she looks like one, but whatever. Anyways, we already discussed the impeachers. The Muscles, the Denver Muscles. This team had a bit of a rough season last year. They managed to he managed to they managed to do quite well in the outfield. Like their outfield was one of the best in the league. Their batting, on the other hand, was arguably mid. Like it was not bad, but there was some times where they would just go on a hot streak, and then there'd be times where they went on a cold streak. So they were very iffy on if they were going to do well at all this season. But with this team, there's bunch of new faces, and not many of them are old faces, which are veterans of the team. I mean, there's probably 1, 2, 3. So, Doom, of course, the captain of the team. Very solid player. We'll just say that for right now. Winter was a rookie last winter season, even though it got canceled. So haven't really seen much of Winter yet, but we will find out how this season will go, and her potential is going up. So we'll see what happens with the Muscles and that player next year. Next up, we have Valerie, one of the most dominant outfielders in the league last season. I'm just going to say last season, even though last season was the winter season. We're just going to pretend that never happened. So let's just say last season was was one of the more dominant, and that's right. Yeah, sorry. Doom is a girl. I forgot about that, even though. But yeah, it's just the me was a girl when I first played, so don't blame me on that. Blame Doom. Anyways, we'll move on. Matt, one of the best players on the Flowers last season, and basically was the leading person for the Flowers to get to the World Series, which was very surprising, but also kind of expected. So, yeah. But yeah, that's right. That's right. You should mention that. The chemistry for the outfield for the Muscles, they should have. They should have chemistry with three players, but since Wario is confined to the catcher, they unfortunately have no chemistry. They have no full chemistry in the outfield. So things are not gonna be as great for them as the start until they can make a trade for somebody. So yeah, continuing on, we have Green Me's Eclio and Guard. Eclio was on the Flowers last season, another key player in the playoffs. Guard, on the other hand, was the captain of the Knights. Was it the Knights? No, it was Knight. Okay, no. I don't know where Guard was last season. I'm pretty sure he was somewhere, and I don't really care. So, Guard was just kind of that player who would just be out in the background and try to provide runs for his team, even though he kind of sucked at that, but whatever. And we'll just move on to the Spitballs team. Wario's fat, he'll run slow. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Anywho, we have the Las Vegas Spitballs run by Waluigi, and it's my me this time. And my me actually won the Daisy Flowers last season. I was not a great player for most of the season, and then when the postseason hit, I became one of the best players on the team, and was another striving force in the playoffs for them. So, yeah, it's just kind of how things rolled out and such. And then we have the Purple Me's for the Spitballs. We have Olivia, Ray, and Maida. Maida's a rookie this season. I actually forgot what she looked like, so she's the only one who really knows that, so we'll see what happens with that. Ray, of course, is the Wii Fit rhythm boxing guy, and last season he was on the Muscles, and I am not sure how that really worked out for him, but they had a postseason playoff against the Flowers, but if we talk about one person that really flunked that team, I would say that would be Ray because of his pitching. Yeah, the Spitballs, like their last team, like does not look remotely close to this team, as most of this team was very dominant, and most of this team is not even on the team anymore. Cowman was a captain last time, and Cowman's on a different team. Calmet was an MVP on the Spitballs on a different team. Kit was another key player on this team, is on a different team. Next, and then there's also Elsa, another key player in the outfield, is on a different team. And the same goes for Me When I Kill, and then a few others as well. When when we looked at when we looked at the teams, we saw how much chemistry the Spitballs had last season, and it was very surprising that they were just so dominant with the bats. And Kamen had a total of 10 home runs and was deemed a 95 overall, so was a force to be reckoned with starting off to the season. So, yeah. And then next up we have the Green Shirt Me's, which is Patricia, Carter, and Quincy. Another three in the outfield. The Spitballs have a bunch of chemistry in the outfield this season. They have two different types of outfielders. They have the purple shirt 3, and we also have the green shirt 3, which is definitely going to play a big role as also in the infield as well, because there could be some good plays in the infield with double plays, and then some other throws from the outfield into the infield. So we'll find out what happens. So, anywho, and the last member on the team really does not really need an introduction, but that would be Fred. Fred was one of the key pitchers on the Monsters and was deemed the Rookie of the Year, and really pushed the boundaries of how a player could be so dominant. But the same gets to be said for Calmetum, obviously, but it just realized just that first season how ridiculous it could be for them. So I don't really know what I'm saying, but anyways, just pretend I'm saying something right. Yeah, those 5 of the teams so far. Up next, we got the Milwaukee Yoshis, led by the 2 Yoshis themselves, Blue Yoshi and of course the Captain Yoshi himself, or herself, whatever it is. Features a light green lineup for the most part, but also features TWD 98. And for those who are wondering, TWD 98 is a female green me, not a male, because we decided, you know what, fuck it, female, let's go. And then for the light green Mii's, Asir, Haru, Naz, Steve, and Zier. Steve is a CPU Mii, while Zier, Asir, and Naz, and Haru, all those 4 combine into that outfield type of range, and how that contributes to the infield as well. So we'll kind of see how that rolls out as well. And of course, Uwu was the captain for the Wilds last year, and it wasn't really a good team to just, it just didn't really, so it was just kind of how things really worked out for them. So they just needed to have that chemistry, and needed to work as a team. However, with the amount of losses they had last season, I'm pretty sure that was not the case. Even though they did beat the Impeachers during the regular season, but that's when they didn't really have that chemistry built up, and they didn't really know what they were, and Case said he didn't know what he was doing. So it is what it is. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Titties. So, the first season, Egg Todd was the captain, and he goes, let's name him Diddy's Titties. And I find that very, Very nice, very nice team name. So that was the team name, and of course, they could have even been the best team in the league or the worst team in the league. They were the second worst team in the league. They were not good at all. They had they had the play, they had the mindset, they had everything that could have like came to fruition, but they just tanked as a team as going through the most of the season. And I'm pretty sure it was that outfield chemistry again that it really gives you like a major disadvantage because your bats can be so dominant, but if you don't have chemistry in the outfield, you're giving up so many home runs. It's like ridiculous. Like you just got to make sure it's like one of the key rules of like having a good MSS team. Like you need that chemistry. And we see that here. We see that with the three white shroomies on the team. We have Kit, we have Senko, we have Egtod. Kit, one of the most dominant players last game. I'm pretty sure was an all-star. Senko was a really good, like one of the best players on the Wilds, I'm pretty sure. And even though their team didn't make the playoffs, Senko was definitely recognized for being a very dominant player on that team. And of course, Egtod, of course, was the captain last time on this team, but is really looking forward to making an impact on the field and seeing if the Titties can make the playoffs this season. Even though might not be as easy as they think. Next up, we have the other four Miis that really actually we have the other five Miis that don't really fit in with the chemistry things. And if you're wondering, if you need to buy anything. Not really. These things will be free of charge. They'll be on YouTube, of course, and they'll be full games for you to watch. So don't need to worry about that. Anywho, next. So yeah, we have we have Lightning. Lightning is the captain of the Titties, and really is going to try and push the team this year as it hasn't been good in the past. And with that chemistry in the outfield and also the diverse players in the infield, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on here. Up next, we have Nat, which is a blue shirt me, and easily one of the best players heading up into this league. Like, completely changed a lot of how she played and how she was dominant, like really, really dominant. So we'll see what happens this season and see if Nat can keep that momentum up. Gabe. Gabe is a wild card, I would say. Gabe was probably one of that players who didn't really show that much, but had the promise of like being a good star. Gabe just needs to show more this season, and we'll see if Gabe is able to do that. And then we have two rookies, Stray Cobb and AI. Basically, you can figure out what Stray Cobb is. It's basically Shrek, but it's one of Cheese's Miis, and it's like the A-Cub Miis type of thing, ACOB, whatever the hell it is. And we'll kind of see what happens here with how he plays this season for the Los Angeles Titties, because his titties will droop. Alright, anyways, we have AI, which is a CPU me, orange me. That is is true. And then AI, we have Shrek mixed with the friend. Okay, good to know. I did not know that. And then we have AI, an orange me, probably one of the me's that we don't really know much about yet, and we are very looking forward to what AI offers for this season. And now we have the Miami Monsters down in dirty Florida. Funny. Of course, we have Bowser as the captain. Won't be able to. I should have specified this at the start, but the captains, like the character captains, like the ones you see on the first list again, they will be only doing contact hits. They won't be doing any power hits, so they won't be hitting any home runs. Or at least they won't be trying to hit any home runs because freaking Waluigi on Daisy Cruiser, I did a contact swing and he hit a home run, and it was just the shortest home run ever, but it was just so funny because I was like, how in the world did that get over the fence? But anyways, that won't be happening this season. So first off, we have the white shirt chemistry of Cowman, Blaze, and Alyssa. And Cowman is one of the best players in the league, and this was a very good steal at the start of the draft, as last time on the Spitballs was one of the more dominant and was an MVP candidate as well. So we'll see how Cowman favors for the season. Blaze, I would say like Cheese better describes Blaze and Alyssa, but I think Alyssa's one of the best players on the Impeachers last time and led her team to a championship. But it was also because of K's. But anyways, like the batting wise and also the center field wise, she really showed the passion and the strive to literally just go forward and it was like we're gonna do this and we're gonna make sure it happens, and that's basically what happened, I would say. And then Blaze, very interesting player. Like he's definitely improving. It's just that whether he's gonna do that this season or he's gonna take a little step back, we'll find out. Then we have 4 black shirt me's for this team. We have Wolf, the captain, which you can see in chat right now if you are looking. Then we have Mitchell, which is basically the twin of Mitch, Cassandra, and then we have Black Short. And yes, that's just a me that is a black shirt and is short. So that's the pun there. And then Cassandra definitely relates to Nat and Kit in that sort of way and kind of looks the same, obviously. But you'll just find that out eventually. And then Rachel, which is a pink shirt me, and is the lone pitcher, the lone starting pitcher for the Bowser Monsters this season. And we'll see how much of an impact Rachel can make for her team this season. And, well, for Wolf's team, obviously. And that basically covers most of this league in the most part. For league info this season, there we have starting lineups. We have a Discord. If someone can drop the Discord down below. If some people are not in there right now, that would be nice. If you want to figure out what's going to happen this season, and you can find out what the schedules are for each team this season. You also find out what else goes on in the Discord. So yeah, and if Cheese wants to say a few words before we head off, we could probably do that. So maybe in just a second. Thanks for the link, by the way. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. And I am I am here with Cheese, one of the co-commissioners of the MSS League.
Hello, everybody. I'm just really glad that we're able to bring this back. It's been a it's been a bit of a journey trying to revive this series, and hopefully, even though we do have less teams than we did in the past, we're hoping that there's twice as drama and twice the action and just twice the overall hype that there was from the last few seasons. So, look forward to a lot of very interesting games, and I hope you enjoy the work that myself, Yoshi, and mostly Epic puts into this series.
Yeah, and also can probably say the same for the other managers as well, as as I said before, with what I decided for what I want to have for the teams. Like after week 2, there will basically the trades will open up, and then the trade deadline will be like after week like 6 or 7 or something. We're still figuring that out, and this is still just mainly just a talk of like what we want to like decide for the season. So
All right, sounds good.
those are who are watching here. Will probably. I'm just laughing at freaking Wolfpack.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm listening to the stream at the same time. So I just
Yeah.
see the.
Anyways, uh, who those are watching here, we'll end the stream for you guys. But I think you want to talk for a little bit after the stream. I end it.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
100%. I know you recorded a couple games, so we could probably figure a couple things out.
Yep. So those are watching here. I will see you guys next time. Peace.